So today we are going to talk about the third verse of Shikshashtakam. Srinadapi suni chena toreva sahishnam amane namandena kirtanaya sadahari. It's a beautiful verse. In the second verse of Shikshashtakam, previous lecture, we said that because of so many offenses, we don't have, it's a misfortune, we don't have attraction for the Lord. Now, how to get rid of these offenses? Some offenses you can get rid by taking knowledge. Just like, for example, offense to consider Krishna as equal to Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma or independent to them. Lord Krishna is not equal to them, neither independent, because Lord Shiva and Brahma are servants of Lord Krishna. So this can be removed by knowledge. You simply read books associated with devotees, understand Krishna is supreme, and done. But some offenses cannot be removed by knowledge, simply by knowledge. You need to change your way of life. For example, the 10th offense, where it is said, Shrutvapi nam hatmya me priti rahito adama, to maintain materialistic conception of life, even after hearing so much about the subject matter. You see, even after hearing so much about the subject matter. That means you have got so much knowledge. But even after getting knowledge, still you maintain attachment. So, simply by taking knowledge, now you can't get rid of attachment from the material world. That's impossible. So, what to do? You have to change the way of your life. So, to increase, to remove offenses and to improve the quality of your chanting, you have to change how you live. That's very important. It's not just an intellectual endeavor. So, how should you live? Live your life? That's the key in the third verse. Mahaprabhu says, develop these 4 qualities and you're done. Live your life according to these 4 principles and your chanting will become perfect. All your offenses will be gone. Now, the simple 4 principles. Develop these 4 qualities. Practice these 4 qualities in your life. And you can chant easily. Sada Kirtane Hari, you will always be able to chant nicely, because if you practice these 4 qualities or you apply these 4 principles in life, your mind, the state of your mind will become very conducive to chanting. You will lose all attraction for material world and you will be able to chant peacefully. So, the first quality is Trinadapi Sunichena. That is, Trinad means Hamla. Actually, Trinad means a grass, just like this, a grass, a blade of grass. There's so much grass here, blade of grass. Trinad api sunichena. Sunichena means lower. Api means even. So considering oneself humbler, even lower than a blade of grass. That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. But the whole point is what that means. Now, in one word, this means practice humility in your life, humbleness. But what is the meaning of humbleness? And what is not the meaning of humbleness? That's also important. First, let us talk what is not the meaning of humbleness. Now, many people think humbleness means to remain foolish. Actually, I don't know any philosophy. I simply chant and follow the orders, and that means humbleness. But that's not humbleness. That's foolishness. Chaitanya, every foolish person can be humble, but a humble person is not necessarily foolish. If humbleness was foolishness, then why our acharyas and Srila Prabhupada wrote so many books? Why they endeavored so hard, and why they wasted their time and blood and money to print so many books? In fact, the order of his guru was print books whenever you get money. So, humbleness cannot be foolishness. It's crazy. In fact, Prabhupada always said that all try to understand Krishna philosophically. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself said, Siddhant boliya chitte na kara alas iha lage Krishna sudhirna manas. Don't be lazy in understanding philosophy. It helps you to fix your mind on Lord Krishna. So, humbleness is not equal to foolishness first. Humbleness is also not just simplicity. Oh, so we are very simple. I am a simple devotee and I don't know anything. Whatever is said to me, I do. I don't discriminate between a devotee and a non-devotee. Everybody is a devotee. Everybody is nice. This is not humbleness. This maxim, you can say, it is simplicity. or maybe you can say sentimental simplicity. Everything is not, you have to be careful, you have to be intelligent, everything is not nice, something is evil, something is good, something is anukul for bhakti, something is pratikul, something is against, something will harm your bhakti. There are some devotees, there are some non-devotees, there are some non-devotees in the garb of devotees. You have to understand all these things. The Uttam Adhikari, Madhyam and Kanishta Adhikari, topmost devotee, middle devotee, new devotee. You have to know all these definitions and then act and then behave with them accordingly, which Rupa Goswami has given all the instructions there. So this is not humbleness. So what is humbleness, by the way? Humbleness is neither some superficial gentle manliness. If you speak softly, if you sit nicely, if you behave nicely, if you bow down to everybody, that's not real humbleness. That is normal etiquette. Any human should do that. Animals shout. Animals don't behave properly. That is human. That is not humbleness. That is humanity. Let's put it like that. Morality. That should be there. That's given. So what is humbleness? Humbleness here means leaving sense gratification. One meaning. There are many layers of meaning. One meaning is leaving sense gratification. So a devotee thinks this all belongs to my master. I am not the enjoyer. Enjoyer is my master, Shri Krishna. Because I am a servant, I am not entitled to enjoy this. That is humbleness. That is good. So leaving sense gratification. If you are doing sense gratification, this is my master's property and I am enjoying it. What is this? This is crazy. This is not humbleness. So humbleness is leaving sense gratification. Humbleness also means simply following the orders of God and His representative. That is also humbleness. That's one of the meanings of humbleness. That is, my ideas, my plans, they are nonsense. My plans. This is ego. My plans are good. My understanding is good. Everything is nonsense. Whatever Krishna says, that is right. Absolute submission to the will of God, that is humbleness. This is what Bhaktisiddhanta used to say. This is the meaning of humbleness. These two meanings. The second quality which we should practice is Taror eva Sahishnunam. Taror means a tree. Sahishnu means tolerant. More tolerant than a tree. So the second quality which we should practice in our life is tolerance. Tolerance leads to forgiveness. If you tolerate something, if somebody blames you, okay, you tolerate, no problem. You don't blame him back and you forgive, no problem. That's okay. May Krishna bless you. That is tolerance. This quality has to be practiced, because when you live with devotees, devotee community, many devotees will blame you. Many devotees might not blame you. The whole destiny, the whole circumstance might become like that automatically, and you are trapped in between. You will face many problems when you live with people. You can't avoid it. So and there will be problems from your body, diseases. Your mind might get disturbed, and there are problems of heat, cold. Mahaprabhu says, tolerate it, no problem. Tolerate it. Don't try to fool yourself that there are no problems. That's the point. There are problems, accept it and tolerate it. And forgive others if somebody is blaming you. Somebody is doing against you. How? Because you should understand that whatever happens in our life, it's all arranged by Krishna. There's nobody responsible for anybody's misery. This is a law, everything else is an illusion. So we should tolerate, we should forgive. And also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says in this second quality, tolerate means don't live in your illusory world. That's the whole idea. By saying tolerate, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is presuming that you understand the nature of this material world. So that means to say everything is good, everything is nice, everything will happen good. Why you are thinking negative? This is wrong. This is absolutely wrong. These are the hidden messages in Trinadapi Suni, in Taror eva Sahishnunam. And the third quality we should practice is giving respect to others and not accepting respects from others. Give respect, don't accept respect. that's a devotee. That's a devotee. Give respect to others. Why? Because in everybody, Krishna resides in everybody's heart. Everything is property of God. Anything related to God, anything related to Krishna, we will worship it. So, what is not, so our question, in other words, is what is not related to Krishna. There is nothing which is not related to Krishna. If you think that something is not related to Krishna, that's Maya. So if everything is related to God, you should give respect to everybody and everything. That's the whole idea. But not accept respect from anybody. This is a devotee. Why? Because a devotee thinks, I am sinful. I can't perceive Krishna everywhere. I am doing so many offenses. And that's why I don't deserve to be respected. I deserve to be punished. That's a devotee. So if you practice these three qualities in your life, then your mind will be so peaceful, so satisfied, and it will be absolutely prepared for chanting the holy names of Lord without any offenses. And you will lose all attraction to the material world, and you will develop attraction for the holy names. Sada Kirtana Hari, you will always be able to chant the holy names of Lord. So this is the third verse of Shikshashtakam, which helps you to develop quality of chanting. The quality of chanting. If you want to improve the quality of your chanting, you have to improve the quality of your consciousness. If you want to improve the quality of consciousness, you have to practice these three qualities in your life, 3 or 4, however you count. Giving respect to others, third. Not accepting respects, fourth. Either you can do like this, or you can club both of them together. These 3 qualities: humility, tolerance and forgiveness, and giving respect to others and not accepting respects. And then this will lead to success in chanting very easily. Hare Krishna.